No, sir. I've quit drinking.
You've seen the error of your ways.
No, I just can't afford it.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Yes, sweetheart, I have a rare condition which requires me to drink one of those every 15 minutes, please.
Yeah, well, give me a fucking drink. Move it, you little prick.
I'm sorry, Bruce. These boys get that syrup in them. They get all antsy and they're pantsy. They just can't keep them under control.
All right. Cheers. Welcome back to Reels, Booze, and Bros, a.k.a. RB2 Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. Got my co-host here, Brian, Real Bro fan Kev, and we're back at it again. Bros.
Hello.
Way to bring the enthusiasm. Way to bring it. I got it. Woo! He's a fucking, I don't know.
He was masturbating.
Frank and Beans.
Franks and Beans.
So our previous podcast was There's Something About Mary. Fantastic movie, a good comedy of the 90s. Any other thoughts about There's Something About Mary?
I was only sleeping with you to get to Mary.
Yeah, I forgot to add at the podcast at the end of that. He shoots the fucking band.
Yeah.
I fucking hate. See, that could have been cut out. Like, though I did like him shooting him.
Well, there you go. He needed to be in the movie just for him to get shot.
Nah,
just for the payoff.
Just the miss. And he could have randomly shot like a bird or something like that. So, I hate birds too. So fucking there.
Could have shot Brett Favre, and that's how he doesn't play against the Dolphins that week.
Brett Favre. Yeah, that could have been true. Like, grazed his shoulder or something like that. And then anyway, thoughts about There's Something About Mary? No.
No, it's a classic. It's got so many good fucking like just comedic scenes in there that like it's something that we will never forget. Like from like us growing up, like it was perfect. Like we were in high school when that movie came out, and it just I think it aged somewhat well. For the most part, you can't say certain words. But
not to be all politically correct. But.
Yeah, well, when they were talking about
when
they talk about the acoustics and restarted,
but yeah, listen, if it's on, I'll watch it. I don't have to watch the whole movie. I'll just watch for specific scenes. If it's on, I'll be like, the next, the what? Let me think of a good one. The driving range scene is on. We got Mongo. Stuff like that. Or
no, we keep him in a cage.
You keep him enclosed. But like shit like that. The movie's good. It makes me laugh every time it's on. So can't complain.
I have to agree. You can pick it up. Like it's a movie I wouldn't start from the beginning, but I would pick it up from where it's at.
Yeah. I'm not going to go back and be like, let me watch from the start.
Not like a lot of previous movies we've done before, where I would be like, definitely starting this one over. So
Sardine.
Ugh. Fucking gross, fucking burps. Kev.
No, I like the movie also. I mentioned before, I don't like it as much as Kingpin and Dumb and Dumber. From their earlier stuff.
I agree with that.
For their first three movies, basically. But I did mention last week that I think the overall characters in Something About Mary are better than a lot of the other ones. Because, like, again, in Dumb and Dumber and Kingpin, it's all about, like, the two main characters, basically.
Yeah.
And then in this movie, it's about everyone else. Like, Ben Stiller and Cameron Diaz are the least two interesting people in the movie overall.
Yeah.
Do not care about it.
Everyone else is fantastic.
Yeah.
Even Woogie.
Yep, Woogie.
Yeah, he's great. Like, Matt Dillon steals the movie. Warren is phenomenal.
Yep.
So, okay, bye, Ted.
Can you sign this pump?
Woogie is fucking fantastic. It's just good, man.
Good, yeah. It's a movie, a grade of side characters. That everyone has an interesting story of what's going on. Even the pizza boy, who tried to get the keys, has a great English accent or whatever he's trying to do. Anyway, so moving on, let's go to tonight's film. Let's see, it's a fantastic one. What a great movie we'll be doing for tonight. But before we go into that, well, let's just introduce it. It's Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, probably the best Indiana Jones movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
I love it. So before we get into too much,
Kalimal.
Cover your heart. But that's the best.
You betray Shiva.
None of that in this movie.
I know, but I just love the Kalimal.
That's the dumbest thing. But like you gotta have.
But
like we love that entire of that movie. Anyway, we digress as a podcast. We're moving on. So let's go to the booze tonight. Brian brought this. Not much to do with Indiana Jones, so
No, yeah, there's not many beers specific to Indiana Jones here.
Yeah.
So
there's no fedora tipped fucking.
Yeah, there's a Grail Quest, anything like that. I was looking for something that, like holy something, anything. Holy shirts and pants.
Yeah. I bet you Shane could have found something.
Yeah, he probably could have. I only went right down the road. If I would have went to like the place in Englishtown or even
Something.
like Wegmans in Manalapan, maybe would have got something, but whatever.
Yeah. It is what it is. We're not
So
blaming
yeah,
you.
obviously most of the time he's fighting the Nazis in these movies. So I decided to get a German beer.
Yep, you went with the villains.
Yeah,
We do have a big, German following.
That is true. Yeah.
So
might as well. It said brewed in Germany.
Yeah.
And this is, I'm going to definitely pronounce it wrong. Kev, do you want to give a shot at the hacker?
I would just say it's Hocker Shore, probably.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
That would be my guess.
Yeah. A Munich Gold, traditional filtered Munich lager. It's a like a 5.5%. This is fucking smooth though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it tastes great.
Yeah. These guys know how to make fucking beer.
Yeah, just it's a
without
lager,
doubt.
so
Good.
yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic. I'm like trying to not drink it too quick, but at the same time just want to finish it.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to. Well,
Yeah.
I'm at least half done it, so
Yeah, exactly.
it's going down.
yeah,
I
it's
concur.
smooth. It's smooth.
very smooth, very smooth. So it's good. I agree. Good beer. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. Good beer, smooth. Good thing to go with. It's up there. Oops. shit.
Oh, easy.
Oh, it's Kevin's fault.
Always is. Anyway, let's moving on into the reel for tonight. So Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Our intrepid archaeologist, Dr. Indiana Jones,
Hocker Shore is how it's
teams up with his father. Thank you for that. To search for the Holy Grail. Along the way, they face off against the nefarious Nazis, navigate treacherous booby traps. I said booby traps, and engage in witty banter. With whip-cracking action and heart-pounding adventure, this film delivers thrills, spills, and plenty of laughs. Easy on the spills tonight, Kevin. Join Indy and his dad on a quest more perilous than a ride on a roller coaster as they uncover ancient secrets and a race against time to save the world. It's a swashbuckling journey that's as entertaining as it is iconic. And iconic is the word. As we stated before, it is hands down the best Indiana Jones in the movie. Though the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull gives it a good run for its money. Rotten Tomatoes, 84%. The Tomato Meter, 94% audience score. IMDb, 8.2 out of 10. Metacritic, see, Metascore, 65 out of 100. User score, 8.5 out of 10. So, as always, the Metacritic is just like random. Some of those user score stuff like that. So, our thoughts. Let's go, bros. Kev? I know this was tough for you, but let's go.
So I love this movie. I remember this is definitely one of the movies I remember seeing in a movie theater when it came out, and it was a great time. I mean, I was a dumb kid also, so I didn't know that Sean Connery was going to be his dad. I'm sure my dad probably knew when he took us to. He was like, "Oh, this is going to be great."
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
but I love it. This, like we said before, this is, in my opinion, it's the best Indiana Jones movie. Something that I was thinking about when I was rewatching it, because the thing that really makes this movie is there's no real like downtime from start to finish.
Correct.
Like there's like little scenes like this one right now where we're watching it in the background as usual. They're in the scene where the hotel is ransacked that they're staying in before or right after the church scene. It's really just action from start to finish. There's definitely a lot of lulls in Raiders of the Lost Ark here and there. Temple of Doom, the beginning of the movie, is terrible. I'm sorry. the whole dance sequence at the start in the club and then into the, and then most of the time before they get to the temple, and even when they first get there and they don't see the actual little slave labor they got going on down there before you even get to that part.
It's just
so I think I was so the point that I was getting to is I think this movie has the best action sequences from start to finish, and strangely I still think it doesn't have the best action scene. The bridge scene in Temple of Doom is probably the best action sequence in an Indiana Jones movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, okay. I agree with that.
But besides that, everything else about this movie is phenomenal from start to finish. Like I said, it's just action from start to finish, just moves all the way through, so it's great.
Yeah. And the fact, like, I agree with everything that Kev said just right there. And then the fact that, his dad is Sean Connery, and he's a fucking man.
He is.
So,
I would love to hear if you have BTS. I don't know. Was he always considered the first choice for it, or were there other people? Because he was a home run. His dad.
Yeah, right.
There was nothing I really didn't dive too
okay.
deep into that, but I think he was just always was there. And knowing Sean Connery, like before seeing this movie, I remember we've known Sean Connery before as Sean Connery, the action star. And then when he comes on this role, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
he's awesome. Like this kind of Sean Connery.
What's this old man gonna do in this movie?
Yeah,
Look what you did.
I don't want to say
I can't believe what you did.
I don't want to say a dumbed down version of himself because that's not the way to describe it. But
as an action star, dumbed down.
Yeah.
The guy's a little professor. Put respect on his name.
he's like I want to say like aloof, but he's just like, I'm good.
Yeah,
like life's done. Like I've done everything I've done before. I've done all of my adventures. I did all the stuff like that. So now I'm just kind of relaxing. I can still get the girl, like as he says before, like she talks in her sleep. That I knew she was a Nazi, and and how he does with the birds and the airplane later on. Well, they describe that scene. But like he's great. Like I loved this side of Sean Connery. So you always see him as like the Bond Sean Connery. Then you see him in The Rock, that guy. So you always just think of as like the action star. There was not many times he played like this kind of role, and what a fantastic role this one was for him. So like the aloof professor who's pretty much retired. He's done his thing. It's like I can still get around. Think of as what's that? Mr. Bean. Where he kind of
Rowan Atkinson.
Is that the guy who plays?
That's his name, Mr. Bean. Yeah, Rowan Atkinson. Right?
Yeah, like him, like when he just like does stuff. He's always like he never says anything. He's quiet. He ends up like saving the day. Kind of like I never really saw all of his movies, but that Mr. Bean like in actual movies where he's like doing stuff and like he kind of gets everything through.
It's just everything just works out. For him.
It works out for him.
Yeah.
But like a way better version of that though. So like he's logical and planning and stuff going on. He knows everything's gonna work out well because it's like he's playing chess. He's not too concerned of what's gonna happen. He knows his son's gonna pull through. He's giving him the clues of what's going on, and not too concerned. He's like, I'm pretty good. Yeah, but I love this movie. I love this again. My favorite Indiana Jones. I started watching the latest one. Oh God, that sucks.
Oh, Destiny of Dial.
I'm trying. It's just tough. Like, because I'm pretty much past all that stuff. Like now, they should have stopped. But I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, you already said Crystal Skull is one of your favorites.
Oh, you know what? Great. I do love the incorporation of aliens, but like that one, like I love anything aliens, but it was just I don't know.
It was dumb. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was dumb.
Yeah.
It was like the show Ancient Aliens.
So,
watch out for that fucking giant swarm of fire ants.
But at the same time, like in this one, it also gives you a preview of how he became Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Like when the younger version of him.
And
it just makes you wonder, like, if River never passes away, could they have done a younger version of Indiana and his, I guess, antics, becoming the man that he is today. And then, the guy, his name in the thing just says Fedora, but he's the one who gets he gets the hat, which was pretty cool, So
the only person to make Fedora is cool.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like they try to do, or might have been thinking about trying to do a young Indiana Jones with Shia LaBeouf, but obviously because that movie was terrible, no one cares.
Yeah. So. But he's his son though, so like.
Yeah. But they could have just passed the torch to do young Indiana Jones stuff, even though it's not young Indiana Jones.
Yeah, maybe if the movie was better. I think Shia LaBeouf is actually not a bad actor.
Not a bad actor, he's just crazy on the outside.
Yeah.
So.
But I think he's like gotten better now, so whatever.
I haven't seen anything he's been in lately, so. But whatever. Anyway, favorite scenes. So let's move on to the favorite scenes. What do you guys want to throw out there? I've only got a couple and stuff that's going on. I just
want to say a lot of my scenes are kind of like connected. Like I have like multiple. Like I consider like this whole Scottish castle scene in the background to be like one long scene from like when they first show up to then when they escape, and it's a good like 20 to 30 minutes probably. So, but I just consider it one long scene, even though you could probably break it up into when they first get there to them getting captured and then to them escaping afterwards.
Yeah, I because like there's the big scenes and there's like I like to go with the smaller scenes, like the fact when you first see his dad, it's like, oh, Sean Connery. No way. So, like, I like that, the reveal of that. 'Cause when we were younger, I like something I never knew. I like one of my favorites is like the blimp scene. No ticket.
Yep.
Like, that's a enjoyable one for me. All right.
And again, then you could combine that also them escaping afterwards and flying out.
Yes.
Son, I'm sorry, we're hit.
That's another good one. I said the airplane.
They
scene.
got us.
Oh, they got us. Yeah.
Yeah, shooting their own planes is what I call it.
Yeah.
12, 11, 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, he's pointing out what's going on. That's there. Like the overall scene there, but then I like the little scene where he explains that. And then I like, him with the birds, like the dad going, go, 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 go. Because they don't have any more bullets, so the flock of birds go into the actual airplane and they fucking blows up. It's great. Or crashes down. And then I also got him and his dad are tied to the chair and they have a little banter back and forth. I like that. I love when two good actors together and they're able to play off each other in a scene when they're talking back and forth. I love that. So that was another one of my favorite scenes that I like there. So you guys go. What else do you think that's there, Kev?
Well, I mean, Brian just mentioned it before. I start, with the young Indiana Jones scenes. It's not necessarily my favorite scene in the movie, but it's like a good way to see how he starts.
Yes.
Even young Indiana Jones, where it belongs in a museum. Little fucking goody two shoes,
Yeah.
Boy Scout, but whatever.
Yeah.
But no, it's more because of like him, meeting that guy, like Bryce said, just called Fedora, and he gives him the hat, and then you see him getting onto the boat to retrieve it later. So it's a nice little introduction to that. From there, I put a bunch of scenes together. So I have the scene from when they go to the library, going into the catacombs to find the shield, and then escaping in the boats afterwards. So again, you can have all of those being individual scenes, but they do all kind of lump together. So I just put them all together, basically. So I already mentioned what's going on right now. We'll go to the book burning. So the scene with them going through, getting the diary back, and him getting Hitler's autograph, which is probably worth a pretty penny now.
Yeah.
But well. Anyway, I don't want to take a lot of stuff that Bri has, but then I'll just skip to. Well, I don't want to give a preview because it's in the running for one of my favorite scenes, but I'll figure it out later. The entire tank scene in the desert is phenomenal, and I think it is just for this movie. It's the best action sequence in this movie.
Yep, I have to agree with that.
And
too.
it's like whenever I see it, whenever they do the thing where he sticks the rock into the fucking
The side cannon.
yeah, I'm just like, this is awesome. But
I want to jump on with.
I have a feeling that might. Well, no, actually, probably would work if it's some sort of explosive round. I guess it would still do that as soon as it hits the rock. I guess, right? You would know better than me.
It would have to probably in those back then, yes, because it's more like the way how the bomb would be. Because it's just stuck in there. It would just be because it's just a round that hits there and blows up. So they didn't have much of a detonation wise. I would have to. So I want to jump back on when watching the. I knew it was going to happen with the book burning Hitler scene. That's all going on. He has a diary with him. I still enjoy that scene because when I first saw it, like, oh my God, like the intensity that's going to happen. You're like, holy shit, they're going to fucking burn the diary. They've wasted all this time. What's going to happen from here that's going on? And he's able to still, like, Hitler signs, you're like, what the fuck? I thought he was here to help. I thought Hitler was going to take the book from me and fucking burn it and be like, this is what's going to happen. He autographs it. You're like, you're laughing. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe this actually worked. This is what's happening. And it was just so interesting in how they played that out. Like I really like that that scene. Like as much as fuck Hitler and the Nazis. What a great way how that scene played out. Because I never saw that coming. What a twist! What a twist! So, all right.
The sheer shock and amazement on Indiana's face when he signs it. He's like, okay,
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. The only thing is like Borat or something. Was it Heinführer? Anyway, so Brian, go ahead. What you got?
I pretty much have all those scenes. The only thing I'll kind of add is I had the boat scene in there just because it was, how he it ties into younger Indiana and looking for that cross that he got when he was a kid. So then he finally gets it and then goes to the school. The real quick scene at the school where he's where he's explaining archaeology. I think that part is cool. Then he's got a bunch of hot chicks in his class, so there's that.
Yep. He's a good-looking professor.
Yeah. I got when Indiana meets Donovan for the first time, and he's explaining to him the Grail quest sort of deal. Like he's like, "Do you know what this is?" And and he's like reading the tablet, and he's just like, "Nah, it's a legend." And he's like, "Oh, I've heard this one before," sort of deal. And then he finds out that his father's lost, and he was the exploration leader. So then now he's like, "All right, now I have to go do this." So that was cool, like how that part just kind of breaks down, how he gets involvement to get his father back. I do like when when he gets into Rome and he has to go to the library, and it just goes right from there. I don't know, do they solve stuff a little too quick in this movie on certain things?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. So them being able to figure out the church scene, library.
Like certain.
I don't know if the first thought I would have had was like, oh, I'll break the fucking floor and see if there's a catacomb under here.
Yeah.
But I guess if you're an archaeologist, maybe that is the first thing you think of.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Well, X marks the spot. You might as well get
a lot
on
of the
it.
stuff they do also is like being able to translate from Greek and Latin, but they both obviously have studied it, so they know what they're doing with that also. So
Yeah.
I don't think anything about it is any more unrealistic than the Holy Grail also just granting immortality to begin with. So
Yeah. No.
I don't know.
They found it.
So pretty much I have everything else you had. I had the book burning. I have, Indy saves his father in the fucking castle. I have them leaving the castle when it's separate, but like when they're on the bike chase itself, I thought that part was pretty cool.
Yes.
Besides the tank scene, that's the next best one.
Yep.
I think on there.
I like that.
And yeah, that's all I got for scenes. Like this one is good, where you see Sala again and, he's like, anyone speak English? Brody. He's just, run.
Love Brody. So speaking of that, scenes, let's go into quotes. I just want to throw out where the scene we're watching right now is where Brody is now inside.
Well, just real quick, if we're going to talk about scenes, we didn't even mention the actual end of the movie, the Temple of the Sun. So
yeah, that's true. As with the
three challenges.
The three challenges. I would have to.
I wrote them down so I wouldn't need to remember.
I do like the idea, the fact of the path where you trust in fate, whatever it's called.
The leap of faith.
The leap of faith.
Only a leap from the lion's head can he prove his worth.
So yeah, cool concept of what's going on, and then he throws the sand and solves that. I was just like, the gravel, the dirt. I'm like, man, that's genius.
Well, he does that after he makes the leap.
Yeah,
he puts that foot out first.
Yeah. So, but I'm just like, oh man, that's cool. I'm like, how did they do that? Anyway, but damn it, Kevin.
You're welcome. At least I didn't spill anything, eh?
Not yet. This podcast, sorry, quotes. What's going on? Brody, fucking love his quotes. What? Now he is the doofus of this. That's all I gotta say from here. No, thank you, sir. No, fish make love in it.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck?
Probably the first instance of fish fucking there that you've probably ever heard.
Yeah, I've ever heard.
But obviously this movie, they have to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, it's it's pre-Disney. Actually, it hasn't bought by Lucasfilm, hasn't been bought by Disney yet. But yes, it's PG-13, I guess this film was that's going on.
Yeah.
So I love when one of the scenes that said Indiana Jones shouts out "no ticket" after he beats the shit out of the guy and throws him outside the blimp.
Tickets, please.
Yeah. And let's see again. Where we're going through Professor Henry Jones. Let's see. It tells me that when he's talking about the book, he's talking to the Nazis. Anytime you're like taking a rip at Nazis, it's great. It's like it tells me that goose-stepping morons like yourself should try reading books instead of burning them. So, love that one. Screw the Nazis. Fuck those bastards. Yeah, that's. I didn't go too far into quotes, but like I love whenever Brody speaks. I'm giggling every time he laughs. He's just like, this guy's a moron. Like, how do you get to where he's at? Like, obviously the help from the
money,
from money and these two guys, and like everyone else has like got him there. So I guess he has a what is it? Greece, ancient Greek. He speaks. So random. Anyway, hey, what do you guys got?
For quotes, I only got a couple. So I did. How did you know she was a Nazi? She talks in her sleep.
Yep.
No ticket. Yep.
That's
a classic. And then I also have from the beginning of the movie, you lost today, kid. But that doesn't mean you have to like it. So
Yep. No. That's what is it? Fedora.
It's Fedora.
Yep. Who says it like that? A lot of the quotes that come in this are like going back and forth, like the banter between the actors that's there, because it's more like the scene that's set up that's there. It's not like one of the one-liners that happens with like there's something about Mary or like the other movies that we've done before, where the other comedies where it's just like the one-liners that jump up out of nowhere. Someone's just ad-libbing or anything like that. This is like fantastic writing that people just, you need the other characters, the other great actors to play on each other. So there we go. Kev, what you got?
So I'll start with what we kind of mentioned before. Archaeology is a search for fact, not truth. If it's truth you're interested in, Dr. Tyree's philosophy class is right down the hall. So forget any ideas you've got about lost cities, exotic travel, and digging up the world. We do not follow maps to bury treasure, and X never ever marks a spot. Fucking liar.
Yep. Yep.
Later on, when they're actually searching
technically
through,
it's not an X. It's Roman numeral 10. So
and what letter is that signified by?
no, it's a Roman numeral.
No, it's a Roman numeral. Anyway, when they're going through the catacombs, it's like, oh, what's this? Ark of the Covenant. Are you sure? Pretty sure.
Ark of the Covenant. Yeah, you pretty sure? I don't know.
Let's see. The whole scene with the Scottish mansion when they first get there, or the German mansion, where he's pretending to be a Scottish guy. If you are a Scottish lord, then I am Mickey Mouse. How dare he? Anyway, let's see. We already mentioned the whatchamacallit, the son, I'm sorry, they got us.
Yep.
In the plane.
Yep. Love that.
I have a quote from something that we just had in the background also. When she's whispering to Indiana Jones, but it's Henry Jones that thinks that she's talking to him.
Dad.
It's like, I'll never forget how wonderful it was. Oh, why, thank you. It was rather wonderful.
Yeah.
And that's how Austrians say goodbye. And this is how Germans say goodbye, Dr. Jones.
Yeah.
I like the Austrian way better.
me too.
Shit, I have it written down. Oh, it's going on right now. I was trying to remember when it was. But when they go back and forth in this fireplace, our situation has not improved. Let's see. We'll move through. La la la. So now then, he who finds the Holy Grail must face 3 challenges. First is the path of God, only the penitent man shall pass. Second is the word of God, only in the footsteps of God shall he proceed. Third is the breath of God, only in a leap from the lion's head shall he prove his worth. So, important quote for the rest of the movie also. I didn't know you could fly a plane. Fly, yes. Land, no. And came up in real life, because apparently you can't land a plane in real life either.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. I'll just do one more where...
Mistakes happen.
Yeah. So there's the things basically at the end. But choose wisely, for while the true grail will bring you life, the false grail will take it from you. And then right afterwards, he chose poorly.
Yep.
And then, very end of the movie, we named the dog Indiana the dog. You are named after the dog. I've got a lot of fond
memories of that dog.
That's all I got. So. I have more, but there's just, I mean, there's a lot of great, like, kind of like back and forth quotes here. But
I feel like that's why I wasn't like.
Yeah, it's tough because you need the play on each other for the other actors that's going on. So.
Like a lot of it is basically Indiana Jones and his dad going back and forth the whole time. So.
Yep. Yeah, him and him, like the solution presents itself.
Yeah.
This guy falls down the fucking stairs.
I remember my Charlemagne. The whole quote was like, she'll make an army of the birds in the sky or whatever it says.
What about the boat?
We're not going on the boat.
Yeah, so,
They couldn't have waited like 2 minutes longer.
Oh, and I mentioned it before. Also, the scene where Indiana Jones grabs a gun and shoots everyone. Look what you did!
Yeah,
I can't believe what you did.
It's so good. Here's a good scene right here with the on the bike. He just looks at him with the face of disgust. Oh my god! Yeah, Sean Connery, fantastic. He steals the movie in this.
Yeah, it's tough to believe that he was like a super slick, sly, secret agent, from like this role to what he's playing now. You know, like it's just he was so good in just being like,
yeah, James Bond. So
yeah, no, not James Bond, but just like being like, I don't want to like a nerd, but just
no, I think there's probably
yeah. You know.
So he went from being, the ladies' man Casanova. Well, he's kind of a lady man here because he got Elsa there also.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't hide those good looks.
You can't. Yeah, he's like nonchalant about everything that's going on.
And he's got the accent. What are you gonna do?
Look at him, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. Ugh, look at that. All right, so let's take a break here, and we'll come back and finish up the rest of this podcast with our usual good awards, and our questions, and our Tokyo Drift, and our Ancient Brewer. All the good stuff.
There's a lot of Tokyo Drift candidates in this movie.
Oh,
probably.
yeah. It's very tough. That's what's for this. All right. We'll be right back. And we are back. I fucked that up. Oh, man.
You're doing great, sweetie.
And I want to do the fucking quote that's in there. Let's see if we can do this. Hold on. The hell you will. He's got 2 days head start on you, which is more than he needs. Brody's got friends in every town and village from here to the Sudan. He speaks a dozen languages, knows every local custom. He'll blend in, disappear. You'll never see him again. With any luck, he's got the Holy Grail already. Anyone? Gonna finish the rest of that?
Sorry.
Does anyone here speak English or ancient Greek? Does anybody have any idea what I'm saying?
All right. Reels, Booze, and Rose, aka RB2 podcast. We are back. I might do some editing and some stuff right there. I have no idea. I usually just keep shit in. I get kind of lazy at this point.
He got lost in his own museum.
That's exactly what I did. I got lost in my own podcast. I feel like Brody right now. All right, let's finish this podcast. All right, let's go to the movie awards. Best quote. What were you guys going for best quote? No ticket.
All right, I didn't go that way.
I love it, bro. What you got? When I think of this movie, that's what I think of.
First thing I think of this movie, it's a quote that I think all of us have probably used a lot of times in different situations. He chose poorly.
Poorly. Oh, that is fucking good too. Oh man.
The delivery. He chose poorly.
Yeah.
What is happening to me?
I would have just taken the cup and sold it. Like, what the fuck? Oh, man. That's yeah. I like that one, too. I can go with either. I do like No Ticket, though, as much as that.
I like it.
I like it a lot. All right, so best scene. It's very tough.
Yeah, a lot of
because
good scenes.
it's a lot of, as you said, I agree with Kev. I like to bring it down to small scenes as we're watching right now. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
He just shoots the tail of the plane on this, and then the smaller. Well, what else? When they're like
nice landing.
Yeah. And then when they were inside, they were tied together. The Joneses.
Yeah. And then just going back and forth over each
with
shoulder.
the dialogue.
Dad, what? Dad, what?
Yeah, stuff like that. But you know what? Overall, it's tough to get scenes on this because everything's just so good. As you stated earlier in the beginning of the podcast, this entire movie, there's no lull in it. Maybe like one or two minute, but other than that, not really.
Yeah.
So it's tough. What you guys got?
So for me, like I said, there's a lot of good scenes.
Maybe this dude changed his tire. I don't know. That's pretty.
For me, the best two scenes are at the end of the movie, the tank scene, or the whole desert fight scene, basically. And then also everything that happens in the Temple of the Sun. Yeah. But I went with the tank scene because I think it's more action-based. And I like I said, I think it's one of the better action sequences in all the movies. Again, only really being rivaled by, in my opinion, the bridge scene in Temple of Doom at the very end.
Yeah.
So. Oh my God, is he nuts? Anyway. But no, so I'm going with the tank scene that we'll hopefully get to at some point before the podcast is over. If not, whatever. I'll just watch it again when I get home. I don't care.
I guess for me, favorite scene, it probably has to be the end of the movie for me. With all the religious stuff and everything that's going on, and saving his father, literally saving his father's life. So that that part was good. Yeah, but the tank scene is close. It's real close.
It is. I do like a good tank scene. I like either or is fantastic. Because
yeah, I'm not upset. And then there's like little scenes like this where I could put right there where he's like, oh, toot, 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 toot. You know, like just stupid, you know.
It's stupid, but it's fantastic. Because like you have, he's first.
Yeah.
Indy's pulling out a gun. He's like, I'm gonna shoot him with it. What do you think? This Joker and fucking Batman?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
6-shooter.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
6-shooter.
him.
He's gonna take that down. But yeah, I love the treasure hunting part of aspect of it.
Yeah, because that's really what, you know, he tries to be. Just everything else goes goes along.
Just goes sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I'm just an archaeologist who does a little cave dive, a little spelunking here. and there. That's all. And look, he motherfucker still has the umbrella open, walking back, and the birds in the sky. Oh my god, that's great. So yeah, either or the tank scene or the end would get the whole entire getting the Holy Grail of what's going on. Like you can go with either.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go moving on. So, best character. Randy Watson Award.
Sexy chocolate.
So we know.
Damn, that boy can sing.
Must be crazy.
Anyone speak English?
I love him. I fucking love him.
It's got to be Brody.
It has to be Brody.
Oh, I didn't go Brody.
You didn't win Brody? Well,
I have probably a controversial answer for my favorite character.
Well, you went Hitler? You
No?
motherfucker.
Yeah, Hitler's my favorite character. but close though. He's on screen right now.
Oh,
This asshole, Vogel.
Vogel?
Phenomenal villain.
No,
He is.
well,
Just looks like a great asshole Nazi.
He does.
Yeah.
And I think him being such a great asshole looking guy, especially in the tank scene later on,
Yes.
just really sells him. So
He does.
he's the only reason why I thought it wouldn't be a great choice. He is in the movie quite a bit,
Yeah.
I guess, but I don't care. I picked him anyway, so fuck you guys.
But he's in it only few. Not.
Yeah, but he's like the major villain of the movie. besides
he is.
the
Yeah,
actual
he's
guy
very
does the
impactful
fighting.
in the
so,
movie,
Yeah,
though.
so I know that the spirit of the award is someone who's not in the movie that much. If that was the case, I actually would have went with Sala also.
Yeah, Brody and Salah are right there.
But I went with Vogel anyway, so I can do what I want. This is America.
Not the Sultan. I don't.
And I even like the color.
Yeah, and I even like the color. Just get rid of all these Nazi symbols on this car, and I'll fucking take it. Okay. All right. So we all took a fucking sip at the same time. That's going on there. All right. So the ancient boar. Where are we putting her in this movie? Look at this cunt. She's very attractive, but she's such a cunt. Where are we putting the ancient boar inside this movie? Is it
After Donovan takes a sip.
Oh, I thought we were doing worst character. We're doing Ancient Boer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We actually.
No, you play the Ancient Boer sound, yeah. but
I
then
did. I fucked this up.
I somehow thought that was worst character.
Because I
like
saw
we're
her.
booing the worst character.
Oh, we
Idiot.
did. I jumped up. I see. I pressed the wrong one. Here we go.
It's suicide! You know how strong he is. You can't win!
Agent Balboa, worst character. I have to probably edit that part of the part out.
Nah, who cares?
No, it's staying in. I pressed the wrong button. This is live here on Sesame Street.
Worst character? Probably Donovan.
That's what I have. Yeah.
Yep, I agree. Fuck you, Donovan.
He sold out his country to the slime of the earth.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Fucking douche. All right.
Looks like he went the way of the dodo.
All right, you drink from the cup, you piece of shit. All right, BTS behind the scenes. So I know earlier we stated I didn't hear anything about with Sean Connery being the dad and stuff like that. So I just went some other things that's going on. So as with other Indiana Jones movies, Harrison Ford did many of his own stunts. According to the stuntman Vic Armstrong, he had to pull Ford to on the side and ask him to let him do some work because Ford was doing so much of the action himself. Armstrong later said if he wasn't such a great actor, he would have made a hell of a great stuntman. Most of the uniforms worn by the Nazis in the Berlin books burning scene are authentic World War II uniforms, not replicas. A cachet of old uniforms was found in Germany and obtained by costume designer Anthony Powell to be used in the movies. All right. And Harrison Ford nominated River Phoenix to play him as a teenager, having worked with him before on his favorite. Let's see, on his favorite of his many movies, The Mosquito Coast in 1986. And when describing how he prepared for playing the role, Phoenix explained that he didn't really base his portrayal on the Indiana Jones character, but on Harrison Ford. So he observed Ford out of character before acting his part. So I thought that was very interesting. That's going on there. Yeah. So, right? All right. So, well, you got a little something going on there, a little BTS?
It was just something real quick. For in the diary, when you actually shows the three puzzles, he tells them the whole thing is like the leap from a lion's head and all that other stuff. When he's showing the pages, there's stuff written in Latin, and they're his notes, because he knows basically what the traps are. So I can't read Latin. I just looked it up.
I think you say I read Latin. I know what it is, so it was pretty easy.
No, so they said
Spoiler
if you look it
alert.
up, it says the first one just says like pendulums, so you know that the things he probably would have known the things would come out. I don't remember what it was for the second one, but the third one literally says like invisible path in Latin, so he probably would have known that there was a path there he just couldn't see. So
yeah,
that's all I got. So
okay, I got you. So I was like, man, it's kind of like when it's was it an Iron Man? If you spoke Arabic, you would know like that right in the beginning. It's like, oh, fucking A.
Well, there's one more I can bring up. You guys know why there's the two pendulums, right?
No.
So there's the one that would have cut his head off,
Yep.
then he has to roll through another one.
Yep.
That one's there because if you were a Muslim that believed in God and you tried to pray, you would bend forward to go all the way down. You'd be like on your knees, like actually praying all the way to the ground. So the second blade coming out of the ground would chop off someone's head who's kneeling, because it would only be for Christians and Jews, I guess, that would be able to go there. So the top blade is there because you're supposed to kneel, and that other one is if you were a Muslim that was trying to get in, it would also chop your head off. So
I see.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, all the beginning religions they were based on together. All right, very nice. Look at that. The Aramaic,
All
what
right
are they
there
called?
in Jerusalem.
The Aramaic, what are they called? The Aramaic religions.
Well, the only difference is Judaism and Christianity believe in Jesus in one form or another, but Islam does not, because they believe Muhammad's the prophet. So that's why.
Correct.
No, they said
there is but one God, and Muhammad is his prophet.
No, they thought that
they might have thought Jesus was a real person, but he wasn't the prophet of God, though.
No, they believed in God, and they thought that they, I forgot what it was.
You know, I'm not going to pretend to be an
I'm not
expert
gonna-
on Islam, but I know that they didn't think that Jesus was the prophet, though.
Yeah, that he was there, and then like they thought I thought they said that they believed that he was here and it happened, but then that Muhammad came after.
Yeah, Muhammad came.
Was the next? Yeah, he was the real prophet.
I want to say Muhammad was
on there. Anyway,
he was either 600 or 900. I can't remember.
I think it was 600.
Yeah. Anyway.
You smell what the Rock is cooking.
Okay, can The Rock make this movie better, or where should we put him in the movie? What do you guys think? Where are we going to put him?
So, first, I don't think he makes the movie better, but I have a couple of joke places.
Not even
to put
close.
him, but
He would never make. Can't make this movie better with him in here, but I would like to.
But no, Brown was about
hear.
to say something. So just
All right, so I have two spots. One I think is like a controversial spot, because could you give him Salah's role? Have
probably
him be
could.
Salah? Like a giant.
I thought of
But then
that.
he's got to be in Raiders of the Lost Ark, too.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but the other one is the bookkeeper at the
the library.
the
With the
librarian.
stamp. I had that as one of my two also.
Yeah.
It's just sitting there just slamming, and he's just like starts flexing afterwards.
Yeah, he's like he slams
Just
it down.
giving the
and he
eyebrow.
looks at-
Just giving it people's
Yeah,
eyebrow.
just
out of
gives-
everyone.
every time that would be better. Then the final one, he goes to the Spanish and the announce table.
By God, he's broken in half.
That's the better one. Oh my God!
So I had the bookkeeper as one of them. I had to list his librarian. I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever.
The other one I have is the steward at the mansion. If you are a Scottish lord, then I am Mickey Mouse. And Indiana Jones gets slapped, and they get in a fight right there. So there you go.
I'd like that.
Now again, it doesn't make the movie any better.
No.
It's just where can you put him? So
Yeah.
The one guy Indiana Jones knocks out for the jacket on the plane.
Oh yeah.
the waiter or whatever.
Waiter,
Takes
whatever
him
it
out.
is.
Yeah. No. He can take him out.
No, the guy he
As a-
gets the jacket from.
I know. I
first,
get
then
it.
works,
Yeah, I was gonna say, but no, he's not the Nazi. The Nazi's what? Is it Vogel? Oh,
Yeah, Vogel is his name.
Yeah. No, but I like the librarian, because it's just like him just doing the people's eyebrow every time. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
at the fucking stamp.
Instead of Einstein-looking guy, you got this guy. You hit the Rock.
Oh my God. Okay. Should there be a sequel franchise TV series? Obviously there were. A lot of misses going on.
Yeah, this was the end of the series, right?
So,
nothing else happened after this.
Yeah,
right?
that was it.
So this is one of the ones where it's like, this is what happens when you wait too long to make sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they did do a TV series That was called the.
Yeah, you're. What was it?
Oh, it's on here. It's like the young Indiana Jones.
Okay.
It was called, exactly what it was called. I never watched it. I don't know how good it was.
I feel like I remember probably seeing parts of it as a kid, but I don't think it lasted very long.
I don't think so either. 1, maybe 2 seasons. I have no idea.
No, there it is.
There we go.
No camels.
All right. So if you were to be in a movie, where would you put yourself? This was a tough one. I don't know where I would put myself in this movie. I was thinking, I don't know, maybe in the beginning at like the...
I'm probably the Grail Knight is what I went with.
The Grail.
Just sitting there, fucking locked in my house for 1,000 years, bored out of my mind, just drinking fucking rusty water from a dirty cup all day.
Why can't this be wine? But you're.
What do you mean I'm not allowed to go outside?
Yeah, how does he have that much water to survive?
No,
I'm sure there's probably some sort of natural spring that has to go through there. I guess
some living proproperties. He's like
know.
he's half dead, so he just like withers away after everything's.
But he's also half alive.
Yeah, so
take that.
He got the power of faith with him or something like that.
Peace out, homies.
Just
hey, thanks for ruining my house.
Just a goodbye.
Yeah, no.
Thanks for fucking up the place before you left.
He's
You
shimmering.
had one rule: don't cross the seal.
Yeah, it's
That's it. That's all you had to do.
Dumbass, stupid knight with your fucking whip.
yeah.
Dressed strangely for a knight.
I'm probably one of the people that was just about to get on those little boats, and they stole my boat, and then it got fucking destroyed.
Yep.
So that's probably me.
I'm not going on the boat.
Yeah.
God damn, they went my tour. Man, I was thinking maybe one of those college kids. I was just like, fuck, man, there's so many hot chicks in here. Fucking professors taking them all again. So
Archaeology's got a big pull.
Yeah.
So there you go.
They're just digging shit up, idiots.
But X doesn't mark the spot. Just remember that.
Yeah, it's a Roman numeral, you idiots.
And what letter is that Roman numeral represented by?
I just see numbers. Anyway, all right. So if you would like to have a beer with one of the characters, who would you like to have with?
Saw.
Sala, huh?
That's a solid fucking answer.
Sala's gonna party all night long.
Hell yeah. He's gonna take you to.
You might end up in a Turkish prison, but have a good time though. And he'll get you out somehow. He knows people.
He knows fucking people. That's like he knows all the good shit that's going on.
It's been a while since I've seen Raiders of the Lost Ark, but I feel like they have like kind of a drinking scene with them in there anyway.
I think so.
Oh man, we have to go look that up. I was gonna say Indy's dad.
Good answer too.
Because I don't know, I just something about him.
Maybe if you're into nerd shit.
I feel like him is more like you're just sitting at home
enjoying a nice bourbon.
And smoking a cigar, which I'm okay with too.
Which is like a fine.
But he's gonna be like, "Hey, I'm gonna tell you about this ancient life." Sort of
and I fucking would love it because he just like, ramble on about his stories and shit. He just would be talking all night.
Like, yes, tell me about the aliens.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Blow my mind.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, we missed this quote. The pen is mightier than the sword.
Yeah, with fucking Brody.
Brody again? Yeah.
Brody again, fucking coming in with the Henry.
Brody probably be a good hang for
the pen is mightier than the sword.
As long as you don't need to Uber home afterwards and get lost.
Yeah.
So.
Fuck.
I think, what address did I put in? What address did I put in?
Oh my god! Yeah, imagine him.
Do you speak ancient Greek?
Yeah, Brody's guy going back to he's over there every weekend at the fucking Apple store asking, like, doing the fucking classes again. They're like, oh, Mr. Brody, you're back here again. I'm just trying to get my iTunes music down again.
Yeah, Brody's definitely a good hang. He definitely gets shit faced.
He's always wearing a fucking bow tie. It's like, why, man? I love it. All solid answers. All solid answers. Even Indy, I would like be great.
Yeah, but he's gonna. He's not going home alone.
No,
let's just put it that way.
But you know what? I think he would be lower on the list for me out of all of them. But he would definitely be a good solid answer to hang out with.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. On to the actual real ancient brewer category. Where are we putting the ancient brewer inside this movie? So what do we say earlier?
I think I said when Donovan drinks the water, drinks the Holy Grail from the one he thinks is a Holy Grail.
The not Grail.
Yeah.
The not Grail.
I went with when we find out Elsa's a Nazi. So as soon as she steps over, when they do the whole thing, I'll shoot her. He's not going to shoot her, whatever, blah, blah. And then as soon as she walks over, says, you should have listened to your father. Boom! you. You fucked both of them.
Yeah.
And now you fucked him again.
Yeah. Okay. I just kept thinking, man, the only other time I heard his name was Frozen. I was like, and then I'm like, this name was older than the movie Frozen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not a made-up name.
I know, but I'm just like, when is the last? I kept thinking as I'm watching.
What other Elsas are there?
I know. I'm like, when is the last time Elsa has ever been mentioned in the movie theater, the movie name ever? I'm like, I don't think ever since like fucking probably what since the last like 40 years or 30 years of movie industry. So that's like a nice quote to think up. So I think I'd probably go with Kev because who gives a fuck that guy's gonna be drinking the. You're like, yeah, drink that.
Don't get me wrong. It's just you.
If you want to do the boo, you should do when fucking Elsa crosses over the seal. The seal, don't cross over the seal. The knight warned us.
Yeah. So, okay. Our favorite. Plenty of opportunities.
So, just real quick, it's happening right now.
Yeah.
This is my pick is when the tank goes over the cliff. So as soon as you see it start to go, it can be basically started right now.
Yeah.
Probably as soon as Harrison Ford looks out and sees it going.
There's 7 like spots.
There's a whole bunch of different chase types in
Yeah.
this movie. So see, I'm going right now. We get the nice slow motion. You got his face right there. You see his fucking body flying around over there also.
I do like the tank going over the.
Anyway, this is what I went with. So it matched up perfectly. So there you
going
go.
over just in time. So I like. I was thinking about the birds going into the airplane. Was probably my top choice for me because I wanted something funny. But there are a numerous amount of.
Yeah, like the motorcycle one. Like I said, when he decides to joust the guy,
yeah,
I think that's another good one.
That's a good one. The boat scene in the beginning, you said. What else?
The train scene at the beginning also with young Indiana Jones.
Yes, that's that's also a good candidate that's in there. What else? What else was another?
When they're actually flying the plane in before, like when Sean Connery shoots themselves,
And then they have to crash land, basically. Yeah.
Sorry, son.
Yeah, we're hit.
That's a good one there from that.
10, 11, 12.
11 o'clock.
That's great. Any one of these. So it's gonna be all right. So I got to figure out how we're gonna do this. Oh man, I got probably this might be like an Interstellar with multiple Tokyo drifts on this.
No, Interstellar only had one, man.
No, I did 2 of them. Like we had the one that Shane, the docking with Shane, but I did another one.
That's the
What was the other one?
So the one, the other one was when they shoot around the black hole in order to get enough
Gargantuan at the end.
gargantuan at the end, enough momentum to get it there. Remember?
Yeah, I know. I remember that. So what was the docking then?
Where they had it precise enough. It was like the calculations. But I don't need. That's how this is how it all got invented. Where Shane said, "Listen, sync up Tokyo Drift to this." And
Why am I thinking?
Where
It's been a while
he's
since I've seen.
spinning.
Are they not the same scene?
No, it's right after.
Oh, okay. So they're close to each other.
Yeah.
Okay. all
No,
right.
so that one starts first, where they have to get to the space station.
Yeah,
Is the space
it's-
station?
It's necessary.
Yeah.
But then once they're docked, that's when they start doing the spinning thing afterwards, right?
So
No, he spins.
I'm so confused.
He spins.
Fine, I'll fucking watch. We watch Interstellar at some point. It's been a while.
He spins to match the spin of.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
So that's how that happens, and then the other one
wasn't
Jay's
explaining it
talking about
proper.
is like when he's going back into the black hole at the end,
Yes. So in order to enough
and
stuff,
him and Tars have to
yeah,
get
the stars.
detached.
It's because they had to launch Anne Hathaway to the other to save the
Save humanity or some
human
nonsense.
race. Yeah, her and the egg people. So, whatever. All right, what memorabilia would you like to take from this movie?
I think obviously choice is a Grail.
Yeah, but
It's fucking lost. But yeah,
You could always
I said if it's not the Grail, then I would say probably the Knight Shield, the one that they actually do the clay or whatever. you
Yeah,
call it, the screen.
yeah. I like the picture of the Ark of the Covenant in there as well.
Yeah. The Ark of the Covenant. Are you sure? Pretty sure.
Yeah, pretty sure. There's that. I'll take a bunch of different things.
Can I get Salah's little Fezio is all we're wearing?
Yeah, I was gonna say Salah's hat. I'll
Maybe
take
Indiana Jones's hat.
Yep, damn right.
Well, yeah. That's like the fedora and the whip is like iconic. And it's like
The fat kid's trumpet.
It's a bugle.
Yeah, you know, whatever.
Schooner is a sailboat.
Maybe the journal.
Yeah, the journal would be good.
That. That's a
The
nice
diary. Yeah, that's actually what I had.
The
definitely taken. Oh well, no, we'll go.
what's it's signed by Hitler at the end. So hey, listen, that is a fucking
Put that on eBay.
yeah. I would that car that
The Rolls Royce.
yeah that they give to the Sultan. I do like that. I honestly I would take every other cup but the Holy Grail because I would sell everything else. That's a lot of fucking gold and jewels, my man.
Yeah.
You'd be like, this is the Holy Grail. I'd be like, man, it looks like
Well,
shit.
if that's the case, you could always just take what they offered the Sultan for the camels and the tank and everything, because he has that giant chest of gold. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we have all this rich stuff. He's like, no, I want the car.
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, if he's not going to take the gold, I'll take
That just
it.
shows how much money he's fucking got.
If you guys
yeah.
are,
Yeah.
if you guys are just going to give that stuff away, you mean I'll take it.
Yeah, yeah. It's all that oil money. So that's all. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you want to take from this movie. A lot of memorabilia. So, all right. So moving on. Final thoughts on Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Well,
Oh, this is. I mean, we've said it before. This is a hands down the best one. It's a fucking classic, and you know it's just good on every level. You know, like you got the father son relationship. You know, trying to rebuild it, but you know, repair it. And then, you know, throw in all the antics of Indiana Jones from the first two. You got all these chases and all this action. And like we said, it's nonstop action from the whole movie. Like there's never really a dull moment. If you want to say maybe the dullest moment of the movie is like when he meets Donovan for the first time, like that's really it. You know, other than that, it's just like on the go the whole entire time, which is kind of rare for a movie like especially this long to have you know, action like this the whole entire time, and it just flows. So, you know, solid movie. We'll always watch when it's on. This is something I don't have to restart it when it's on, but I would, you know. But yeah, just a classic. This was on in the household when, you know, we were kids growing up. So, you know, brings you back to your youth.
I say, Kev.
This movie sucks.
Crystal Skull for life.
No, I mean, yeah, everything we said. Great movie. It's the best one of the three. I think they're all three of them are still good in their own way.
Yeah, for sure.
But this one still definitely goes over the top. And I think it's really the relationship between Indiana Jones and his dad that makes the movie more than the other ones. The other ones are more focused on the love interest, basically.
Correct.
Each one.
Yeah.
And this one, obviously, the love interest is a Nazi, so wah wah. But no, it works really well, and yeah, I give it a 10. A 10.
10. Motherfucking 10. Yeah, this was like a 15.9 on my scale. So, yeah, this hands down was the best out of all the Indiana Jones movies. And Sean Connery. Love him. Great role that he played in this as the dad. I love just that his, I still don't know how to describe the way how he's acting, like in a nonchalant kind of way, like an aloof kind of character. And, again, treasure hunting movies, I love them. And I did love National Treasure of all those other movies going on with Nicolas Cage.
I love them.
I love those kind of movies. Very similar concept to these. I don't know why people said they didn't do well.
How many National Treasure movies are
Only
there?
two.
Oh, it's okay. The first one was,
Supposedly there's a third one possibly coming out.
with him again?
Yeah.
I fucking love those things. Like, these things are so good. Remind me of all these and how good they were. Just they stopped it. They should have stopped at 3 and never did the other ones. So they're just trying to capitalize and done too late. So once 3 and done. There you go. And that's it. So I want to. I don't want anything further. That's fantastic. Rewatch it. Keep it going. Indiana Jones. Yeah. Holy Grail. Drink that shit. And that's it. That's all I got for us. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to us. Check us out on the socials. Visit us at reelsboozebros.com. Check out our previous podcast, so everything that's on there, everything that you need to know, up to date. And yeah, check it again. We're on the Book of Face. Wow, and everything else you need to know. Appreciate it, and cheers.